Hello, boxing fans around the world. Thanks for joining me once again here on Talk and Fight for another episode of Boxing News Today, courtesy of our friends across the pond at boxing247.com. Just a few stories to go over today as we head in towards the weekend regarding, first of all, a fight taking place in Newcastle. We see that Fulham's Zach Shelley will face undefeated Brazilian Diego Costa in a super middleweight showdown. And that's on the undercard of the Savannah Marshall WBO World Middleweight title defense against Femke Hermans, taking place this Saturday night, it's a couple of days from now, at the Utilita Arena, as I said, in Newcastle. Shelley, who's fighting out of Fulham, works as a supply teacher in London. Finished the school week early and headed off to the Northeast for his big clash with the heavy punching Manchester-based Latino who's regarded as one of the most avoided fighters around the weight. Shelley, who's 10-1-1 with 5 knockouts, and Costa, who's 8-0 with 5 knockouts, could have met in the Boxer 7 super middleweight tournament in November 2020, but the tournament was reduced to a unique 4-man format, and Costa didn't feature due to illness. However, Shelley put on a classy and powerful performance on the night to shut out Vladimir Georgiev on point in the semifinal before dropping Mike McGoldrick 3 times on the way to a second-round stoppage in the final. Former Southern Area champion, Shelley's last fight was in April last year when he traveled to Kiev and defeated Borden Harkavi in a third-round stoppage. Knockout King Costa is unbeaten in 8 fights with 5 knockouts, and 4 of those coming quick inside 3 rounds. He credits his love of salsa dancing for his quick feet and generating the power from his hips to knock out opponents. Shelley's excited with the fight against Costa and is promising to take his unbeaten record. He said, "I was gutted that we didn't fight on Boxer 7, but things happen for a reason, and it's a much better fight now down the line. Costa's unbeaten, he likes to come forward, have a fight, and he can punch. I can't wait for this Saturday in Newcastle, and I'm going to take that 0 off his record. The fans in Newcastle and the viewers watching on Sky Sports are going to be in for a real treat." Alrighty, on to the Errol Spence Jordina Ugas fight that's taking place in ATT Stadium in Arlington, Texas on the 16th of April. Showtime Sports will provide live streaming coverage of today's open media workout featuring WBA World Champion Jordina Ugas and Thursday's open media workout featuring WBC and IBF World Champion Errol the Truth Spence Jr. That's ahead of their 3-belt welterweight title unification clash set for, as I said, April 16th. Ugas will work out in front of the media at trainer Ishmael Salas Las Vegas Gym, Salas Boxing Academy, while Spence, who trains under longtime coach Derek James, will work out at world-class boxing gym in Dallas. Both events will be hosted by Premier Boxing Champions announcer Ray Flores and will stream live on Showtime Sports YouTube channel. Speaking of going online with your boxing, Thompson Boxing's former undisputed super bantamweight world champion Daniel Roman, 29-3-1 with 10 knockouts, has enlisted an elite strength and conditioning program ahead of his fight against WBC and WBO super bantamweight champion Steven Fulton, who's 20-0 with 8 knockouts. Premier Boxing Champions and Showtime Sports will broadcast the 12-round world title clash on June 4th, 2022, as I said, from the Armory in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is a fight of a lifetime for me, a chance to become a 2-time unified champion, and for that reason, I had to enlist a world-class strength and conditioning team to take me to the next level, said Roman after a workout. We're doing things I've never done before, like following my heart rate, doing high-intensity interval training, working on balance. Every day I go to the gym, I'm being pushed to better myself and come in uncomfortable places. The craziest part is every exercise works towards what I want to do in the ring, so it just adds to the training. I wish I'd done this sooner, but I'm grateful for doing it now. Roman, who's one of Thompson Boxing's marquee fighters, has emerged as a legend of the LA area, fighting on big cards for his last part of the decade, becoming one of the most dominant super bantamweights of his era. In Fulton's last fight, I saw he didn't handle pressure very well, and in this fight, he needs to improve on that because I'm going to bring everything Figueroa brought and more, said Roman. I'm working on everything I feel like could have an edge on me in this fight, starting with every aspect of my strength and conditioning. My goal is to surprise him with the newest version of myself on fight night. About time. All right. Eduardo Nunez going toe-to-toe against Adrian Panchicho. That's taking place in Jalisco, Mexico on the 1st of April. That would be tomorrow night. Fight Hub TV, in association with boxing's best up-and-coming digital platform, Fight Stars, will proudly present high-impact boxing as Boxeo de Alto Impacto, a 4-fight night of world-class boxing streamed live at no charge from Jalisco, Mexico. Presented by the new blood of boxing in Mexico, BXTRS Promotions, Boxsters Promotions, in the high-impact 10-round featherweight main event, once beaten power-punching knockout artist Eduardo Sugar Nunez, 22-1 with 22 knockouts. Los Michos Sinaloa will face fellow Mexican Adrian Panchecho, who's 9-4-1 with 5 knockouts, fighting out of Mexico City. Trained by the well-known Montiel family in Los Michos, the promising Nunez will be looking for his 23rd professional knockout in as many wins and 12th consecutive stoppage. The 24-year-old is a 7-year professional who has done all of his fighting inside his homeland thus far. Also scheduled for the live stream are a pair of junior flyweights in an 8-round duel. Hector Rapidito Flores, 19-0-4, with 10 knockouts out of Tijuana, will take on Jose Morosito Ramirez, 13-8, with 7 knockouts, fighting out of Guerrero, Mexico. Also scheduled is a 6-round super featherweight battle between Mexico City's undefeated Alberto Mora, who's 3-0, with 3 knockouts, and an opponent to be announced. And to open up the broadcast, unbeaten super featherweight Raimundo Ray Rojas, 6-0, 4 knockouts, out of Morelos, Mexico, will take on Roberto Reyes, 2-2, out of Michoacan, over 6 rounds. All good stuff, all great names, and a good fight coming up tomorrow night in Jalisco, Mexico. Speaking of Mexico, the World Cup Boxing Series, that's the WCBS, founded by CEO Terry Holland and matchmaker Guy Taylor, have signed 2 of the most sought-after Mexican prospects, lightweight Jorge Luca Cota, who's 8-0 with 7 knockouts, and Marco Cota Marino, 6-0 with 4 knockouts. The talented tandem had a combined 301 wins and 19 losses, wow, amateur record, including 9 state and 7 national championships. These 2 young men are the foundation of what our company is built on, Taylor said. Both of these young men have a deep amateur background, high ring IQ, and both are extremely marketable. We're going to introduce another tournament that will start in the summer, and one, if not both young men, will be showcased in it. The 20-year-old Cota is the youngest member of the famed Montiel family, led by 4-time world champion Fernando Montiel, 54-6 with 39 knockouts. Jorgito, as he's best known, was 155 win, 15 loss record as an amateur and 4-time Sinaloa state champion. As a professional, Cota has an 8-0 record with 7 knockouts, winning each and every round of his young pro career. I'm very thankful to the World Cup Boxing Series, Guy Taylor and Terry Holland, Cota commented. They have put their trust in me since day one. My job is to always be ready for any challenge put in front of me, and I really appreciate this opportunity. I'm sure he does. Moreno, at 19 years old, was 146-4 as an amateur, highlighted by a bronze medal performance at the 2015 national tournament, in addition to winning a gold medal as national champion. He was also a 5-time Sonora state champion. Moreno is currently 6-0 with 4 knockouts in the pro ranks, with all of his knockouts coming in round 1 at an average time of less than 2 minutes. Wow. I'm very happy to sign with World Cup Boxing Series, Moreno reacted. I know that my career will be in good hands, and I'll do everything possible to grow in the sport to be able to fulfill my dreams. Good for them. Awesome stuff. Taylor added, our plan is to keep these guys as active as possible without burning them out. Thankfully, we can keep them fighting every month if they're ready to fight. We have good spots for them. Our goal is to get both to 11-0 or 12-0 by the end of 2022. Quite a challenge indeed. That's the final article that I'm going to read today. Short show today. But I thank you for joining me. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you later on at 4 o'clock this afternoon with Mike Orr at 4 for Knuckle Up.